Lots of activities there in the world of sport. When it comes to sports, 360 is the place to be. Welcome you on the show, 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Adini Ajishafe. Well, we look at those activities in the world of sport. Well, from the way it is, NPFL is really getting better. In the Bridge League, a lot of goals we actually score, even though we saw a lot of draw also coming up in the match day 4 of the Nigerian Professional Football League. Starting with that particular clip there, Dakada Rivers United rather, they were able to get the winning they wanted against Dakada at home. Right now, let's quickly look at how it actually went down in the NPFL for match day 4, starting from Group A, where we have Bende Insurance. They started it. They won against Raymond Stars, breaking that particular record against them because so far Raymond Stars won their first 3 matches, but the 4th one they lost convincingly against Bende Insurance. Imade Osarekwe, and you have Seriki Ismail, Austin Oguye. They were the scorers for Bende Insurance in Benin City. Eyimba International, they also did well, 3-0 against Kwara United. Obioma scoring twice in the brace there. Adebambo adding another one to make it 3-0 also against Kwara United, who came visiting Aqua United. It was a pip against Plateau United. James Ajako scoring for Aqua United there in the 79th minute. Gombe United shared the sport against Nasarawa United, who were able, at least for the first time this season, they were able to get a draw and a point for them. Chinedu Hanachom scoring for them in the 28th minute to put them ahead before Taye Yusuf got a penalty that he converted in the 99th minute. And you have Shooting Stars of Ibadan. They also did well, winning against El Kanemi Warriors of Maiduguri. Kotlov Tiza Samuel, who scored for them in the 79th minute in that particular game. Now, if you look at Group A, even though it's a tough one, but let's look at the way the table is before our guests will be talking about it. Bende Insurance, they actually right now winning all the 3 or 4 matches. They have 12 points ahead of others. Remo Stars, that was defeated, are trailing with extra 3 points. They are having 9 points. It's a goal difference of 2. Eyimba International, after winning their match, they got 7 points, having 3 goal difference. Aqua United also 7 points on 2 goal difference. You have Shooting Stars of Ibadan with 5 points. Plateau United 4. El Kanemi Warriors 4. After losing that game, you have Gombe United, Kwara, and now Nasarawa United be able to have at least 1 point after playing 4 matches with -5 goal difference there. I have in the studio Yusuf Akogo. Good to have you, Yusuf.
Always a pleasure talking sports.
I see you smiling. Since one of your, at least your team did well.
Well, not my team per se, but Bendel Insurance used to be a force in Nigerian football league. But for a very long time, well, they were, not on the scene. But again, it seems like they are coming back to that the Bendel Insurance that we used to know. They were, in those days, they were one of those teams representing Nigeria on the continent. But it's good they are back to those glory days again. We're actually seeing what they did yesterday against Remo Stars. Before that game on Saturday, rather, Remo Stars were not, were unbeaten. But against their arch rival, Bendel Insurance, they couldn't, stand them that on Saturday. So that's why you see the game 3-0. You see Seriki Ismail, Austin Ogunya, and Imade all, got
that Imade Osarekwe has scored 4 goals now.
Absolutely.
All the matches.
One of the top scorers.
In fact, the top scorer now.
4 in 4, absolutely, for Bendel Insurance and then for Imade as well. So it's a very good one for them. And I think they have the support of the state government backing them. That game yesterday, on Saturday rather, the deputy governor was at the stadium to cheer them up. The stadium was filled to capacity, Samuel Ogbemodia Stadium. So I think the NPFL is coming back to life with this Bridge League.
Well, from the way it is right now, all the winning team there, Eyimba, Bende Insurance, Aqua United, they all did well just over the weekend. Giving you match day 4 update there, but to let you know that the Bende Insurance striker Imade Osarekwe right now scored 4 goals out of 4 matches, making him the top scorer in the NPFL. That's a good one there for the player who play in the higher institution football league there. Now let's go to Group B. Matches were also playing in Group B. As we look at how it went down, at least they have 2 draws in this particular group. Dakada, they lost at home against Rivers United. Isaac George scored for them, but they had 2 that they conceded. Naibe Akpeshiri in the 13th minute, Iyiman Wagwa, making it 2-1 in favor of Rivers United. Wiki Torres, Doma United. Niger Tornadoes, Enugu Rangers. Lobi Stars against Bayelsa United. Kumaga Saw scoring a brace. Also, Abba Umar adding another one to make it 3-0 in favor of Lobi Stars of Makurdi, who actually right now are playing in Jos. Sunshine Stars pipped Abia Warriors by a long goal. Samson Olashupo scoring for them in the 35th minute, and that was how it went down in Group B of match day 4. Now looking at the table, Rivers United are topping with 10 points, goal difference of 3. Lobi Stars are having 9 points, trailing them by just a point. They have 4 goal difference after playing 4 matches. Niger Tornadoes 7. You have Abia Warriors 6. Sunshine Stars also having 6. And if you look at the way it is in this particular group, it seems this group is going to be very tough. Yeah, because it's not easy. Look at 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4. Very, very kind of trailing.
Exactly. Niger Tornadoes should have been on 8 points, even not for that controversial decision by that referee. But again,
against Rivers, right?
Against Rivers United. So this is a very tough group, and the competition here appears very, very stiff. But although Rivers United is topping after 4 games, they won 3, they drew 1. You have Lobi Stars also on 9 points, won 3 and also lost 1. So I think it's going to be a very tough one for in this group. But again, what I actually see is that the development in the NPFL that we'll be clamoring for, I think, is coming back to life. And I hope that the Nigerian League Management Company will be able to maintain this tempo and build on instead of allow it to fall back to where it were before. So I think I'm impressed with what is happening. And just to add that Benel Insurance, don't forget they've won 2 away games, one in Ilori and the second one in Uyo in Akwa Ibom State against Kwara United and Plateau United respectively. So it's a very good one for the league, and I think we hope that this momentum will be sustained.
Really, if you look at our league right now, you can say for now, if you have to give pass, even though just 4 matches, they are going for 18, 4 matches, but so far, what's the pass mark you can give to IMC?
Based on what we've seen so far, the officiating, the quality of play, I think there's quite a whole lot to be done, honestly. Especially with regard to player movement from one state to the other, traveling on the road and all of that. I think that there should be a way that can be stopped. If you can have a way of players using chartered aircrafts and things like that, that will take a whole lot of stress from jet lag and other things. Yes, even traveling on the road can actually affect your performance, security, and quite a whole lot of things that you can think of. But then again, if you look at that, I think you can actually give NPFL 40% based on what they have done.
40%? Why are you so mentally with you?
No, there's quite a whole lot.
Must be a very stingy man.
There's quite a whole lot to be done.
Seriously, NPFL so far, we've seen a lot of actions there coming up from the group A and B.
Go there.
From Group A and B there. Nice one from Rivers United against Dakada in that particular encounter that took place over there in Uyo. Well, to let you know that they fought hard, but it wasn't enough as Rivers United came so and conquered in that game. Match day 4, giving you update concerning our own league. Our league is getting better one way or the other. Seriously, it's getting better. By now, we'll have been seeing almost all the home teams winning all their matches. Yes, a lot of irregularities here and there, fighting, poor officiating. But because they know it's on TV, because they know that IMC is really clamping down on the refs, any ref that is found wanting, and also the fans, they remember 3 points at stake. If your fans behave unruly, your 3 points will be deducted. And that alone has served at least a point of everybody's holding back.
Yes, yeah, in a way, yes, that is really helping, is contributing to the success we're actually seeing right now. But again, not to forget that in almost every week we actually see one incident of controversial circumstances, not as rampant as it was. Like if you watch Nasarawa United and Gobe United, you see that penalty in the 90th minute, 90 plus 9. Out there about 9 minutes extra time. So
but again, the difference is at least we can say, okay,
it's actually the difference is that it's actually there's quite a whole lot of improvement.
At least we've started.
So I hope we can actually sustain it. And then we've started. I hope we can sustain it. The difference is there's different. This, just like you say, these 4 games and we're going to 18. So there's quite a whole lot to come. Politics will start. We have issues in the past whereby the home team always take care of the referee and things like that. At the
that has stopped now because they paid the ref directly to the account.
So we hope that we don't go back to that time again anymore.
Hopefully it will get better in the NPFL. Talking about our own league there, NPFL right now, getting to match day 4. They are still running the marathon till day 18. But from the way it is, from what we've seen so far, it seems fresh air is really blowing in the Nigerian Professional Football League, where Bender Insurance and Rivers United are right now topping the Group A and B of that particular league there. Well, giving you updates concerning that. Still talking about Nigeria, but this time around, we flip it to at least Nigerians playing in Europe. Now, over the weekend, we saw a lot of them doing well. Talking about Osimhen, that particular goal was fantastic. You talk about Ademola Lookman trying to run after his own brother, Osimhen there. He was also able to score his 13th goal. Osimhen right now is actually making sure he makes more goals against Roma. He was able to score. Here, Nacho was there. You look at Cremonese, all of them Nigerians playing abroad. They all did well over the weekend.
Yes, very good goal there again for Victor Osimhen. He will not stop scoring. Ademola Lookman as well. You know, the competition now for who wins the top scorer in Serie A is now between the two Nigerians, which is very impressive. 13 and 14 between Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman, which is a very good one for Nigeria. We hope that when they come to the national team, they'll replicate this kind of form that we're actually seeing them displaying for their club side. And again, he had Kelechi Iheanacho. For a very long time, he was like almost frozen out of the team, but he scored a fantastic. What a screamer that was yesterday into the top roof corner to qualify Leicester City to the 5th round of FA Cup. So it's a very good one for the team. We're actually seeing this collection of players doing very well. This is like the top 3 strikers we have in Europe and doing very well. I think it's a very good one for us, and I think the coach Pizarro should be having a lot of headache right now.
Well, I also will have the headache because when it comes to Super Eagles, it's a different ball game. But I know the difference because the kind of player they play with, their club side, they play week in, week out. They know themselves a lot. So the Super Eagles call-up is a one team in like 3 months, 4 months. And by the time they come together, everybody wants to come and at least showcase their talent. And that is always very difficult to quickly gel. And that's what we are seeing affecting Eagles. But really, they need to up their game. They really need to up their game.
Yes, then it depends against how many days we are actually coming together. If all the players can actually come together for like a week or thereabouts, I think that will actually help the team in terms of performance. But again, when you're strolling into the camp like 1 or 2 days to the game, then that will make things difficult.
Giving you updates concerning Nigerians in Europe. They did well. Osimhen was able to make that particular goal against AS Roma at the city of Naples, where they were able to win that match 2-1. And congrats to the likes of Ademola Lookman from the way he has been banging in goal over there in Serie A, where they are very, very stingy with goals. But right now, Ademola Lookman and Osimhen are really painting Italia Serie A with goals. And you have Iheanacho also scoring for Leicester. Just giving you updates concerning Nigerians over there in Europe that actually did well for their clubs. Now we talk about another Nigerian, but this time around, Asisat Oshoala, African Player of the Year for women. She has really done well, scoring another hat-trick. Last week she scored one, and now she has done another one, scoring a hat-trick as Barcelona Feminine trash UTD Tenerife.
Don't forget that this is match number 51 for Barcelona.
So for they are actually expanding the record.
Absolutely. So they are setting a new record, straight win for 51 in 51 games. That's an impressive record and a very good one for Oshoala. She is doing so well, fantastic. One of the best female football exports from Africa. I mean, painting European with goals and all of that. Playing for a club like Barcelona, I mean, it's not a misfit. And you see her doing so well, I think is something that we should, is a reflection of the kind of quality that we actually have here. I think there are quite a good numbers of Asisat Oshoala here in Nigeria that can actually move to Europe and also do very well.
But really, Asisat has really done well for herself, scoring another hat-trick in just 2 matches and also being a part of the team that have extended the winning streak now, 51. Yes. Straight winning, not as if they were putting loss or draw. That's a big one for Femeni. That's a Barcelona team. Now, I'm sure they want to extend it so that other clubs will have to work hard.
Yes, with the kind of form they are in now, I think it's difficult. They are difficult to stop right now. And I think they will keep going until a certain time where probably when some of these players get old, and they may not be able to carry on from there. Maybe the youngsters may probably find it difficult to get the balance at the beginning, but again, I think this Barcelona team is a very strong team, a team to beat in Europe.
A team to beat there when it comes to women football. Barcelona are really doing well. They are talking about Asisat Oshoala our own, who actually scored another hat-trick. 2 matches, 6 goals. What can you say about that? Concerning Asisat Oshoala, painting Spain red right now. Well, from the way it is, let's move away from football. Let's quickly talk about tennis. We have Novak Djokovic right now for what he has done. 10 win in Australia. When it comes to Australia Open, he has done well for himself, and also equaling the record that Rafael Nadal has been keeping for a very long time. Good one for the Serb, who did well against Stefano Tsitsipas.
Yes, good one for him. You know, record are meant to be broken or equal. Nadal has actually done. I mean, Djokovic has actually done that. I think it's a very good one for him. He's been consistent for a very long time. He would have done this maybe 2020 or 2021, if I can remember, during the COVID era when he was not allowed to participate. So I think he went back there again.
Not if he didn't win at that time.
Well, he has won it. He went back and did it again. So it was a very good one for him, and it's a good one for the development of the game in Europe as well. So you can't take anything away from him. He's a fantastic player.
Fantastic player when it comes to tennis, and you just have to look at Novak, and he's still ready to go. I'm sure Novak will want to break that record of that 22 Grand Slam. You want to go 23, 24, 25. At least from the way it is, Federer is out, so he's having that opportunity that, okay, Nadal, we know injury is always his problem. He's injury prone, yes. And there's every tendency that the Serb could actually go 23rd and 24th.
Yeah, he can. He's still playing. He's
35 now.
35. I know he's not getting younger, but again, this game is not the same as football, so he can actually play till 40 if possible.
Go ahead.
Okay, but again, it's going to be a very tough one for him. There is a lot of competition. There are upcoming, you know.
But even the upcoming that are coming, they are not really. You check Tsitsipas, you check all the Rublev, all of them that are fighting against Novak. It seems that he's still having that special one.
That edge. That
edge is still
experience,
there.
Yes, the experience is still there. There are instances where he has lost to some upcoming, you know, players.
But it's not too common.
Not well.
There's always been Nadal or Federer
in the limelight. Yeah, but not to actually rule. I mean, to also rule out the younger ones. But again, for him to get to that 23, 24 slam, it is very, very possible. I think he still has a years ahead of him, and I think he can achieve that before he retires from the game.
Well, from the way it is, I love the fact that Tsitsipas not giving up, despite the fact that he lost that game. He was like, well, I'm still upbeat to go. I want to win. And truly, he believes in himself that very soon he's going to dethrone Novak Djokovic. And watch out for others. They too are knocking at the door. Even though we know that the likes of Andy Murray, the Australian, they call it the bad boy of tennis. All of them are coming, but really Novak has really got that particular magic wand so far, and we expect that the younger ones are really knocking at the door. They want to upstage him and not taking anything away from Sabalenka, who also did well against Rybakina, winning the women version. Good one for her.
Yeah, good one for her. Good one for the game as well. And you know, when you look at if you look at the pedigree of people that have played that game, like of Venus, Serena Williams, and co, you know that if you look at what Sabalenka is doing, I think we have to commend him. He's actually developing as a player, and then quite a whole lot of competition that he's surmounted so far.
A good one there coming from tennis. Novak Djokovic right now making it 10th Grand Slam, Australia Open rather, and 22nd Grand Slam that he has won in his career right now, equally the record set by Rafael Nadal from Spain, who right now the rivalry between the two really is not from here, as we say, but really it's going to be a tough one because he wants to make sure he breaks that record set earlier by Rafael Nadal, and right now he has made the record. He wants to add more to it. Well, from the waiting for women, it's still Margaret Court holding that 23 Grand Slam, and no one at least getting closer to her. From the way it is, let's talk about another one, NBA. Yes, games were played. I'll quickly give you an update concerning those 3 matches or games that were played. Let's look at the result, where Memphis Grizzlies defeated Indiana Pacers 112 against 100 that Indiana Pacers actually scored. You have LA Clippers. They couldn't clip the wing of Cavaliers. Cavaliers came saw conquered. They got 122 points against 99, a huge one. They really did well. They are making it at least 23 points ahead of Los Angeles Clippers. Milwaukee Bucks, you have to give it up to the entire squad, that particular team really from the East Coast now, trying to do well again. New Orleans Pelicans, they won 135 against 110. New Orleans Pelicans scored 110. They fought hard, but Milwaukee Bucks were equal to the task, winning in that game 135 against 110. Really 25-point difference. When you look at the scores of basketball, you're always wondering, how did this player do it?
Well, it's a game they are used to playing. You know, most of them, they like, getting these 3-pointers almost at a go. But again, basketball is not like football where you find it difficult to score goals. So it is what it is, and then you see, well, it's a very good one for some of these teams that have won so far. And then the game I was looking up to was Celtic against Lakers.
The rivalry, right?
The rivalry between them is so stiff. So I look forward to what will happen, will come out after
well, we'll wait to see what Lakers will be doing, and to let you know that all-star team, at least I remember that all-star team, Antetokounmpo, and you have LeBron James. It's going to be a tough one by the time they go for that all-star, because from the way it is...
I was expecting it this weekend.
Yes, it's going to be a tough one, because by the time Stephen Curry, LeBron James will be facing, what's his name now? Talking about Kevin Durant and Antetokounmpo. It's going to be a very tough duel.
Yeah, it's going to be a very tough one. It's like the coming together of the superstars in the NBA. So it's going to be a tough competition. Really.
Just giving you update concerning the NBA, as you love basketball out there. Now, we quickly talk about Liverpool not getting right against Brighton. What have they done to Brighton? Someone actually said again, well, Brighton knocked Liverpool out of FA Cup with Mitoma's stoppage time goal. What a match. What a way for Mitoma getting that stoppage time goal to knock out the Cubs. This time around, they actually walked alone.
Yeah, and I think they'll be walking alone against Brighton.
Brighton seems to have gotten the at least that particular
code.
Yes, they got the goal. Yes, I like that word.
To beat the Liverpool. So every time, doesn't matter where the game is played, they always come out, top. So it's a very bad. I mean, it's bad result for Liverpool. I was thinking that the FA Cup is the only passage they have to winning trophies this season. So, but again, losing against Brighton in the FA Cup, I think it's not really a very good one for them. And I hope that they will actually come back, because if you look at the way the Brighton guys have been performing this season, it's difficult for it's difficult for almost all the teams to stop them. And again, if you check the games they've actually lost so far, I think some of them are not really. Some games they actually lost, you could actually see that they gave their best. You understand? But again, against Liverpool, I think Jurgen Klopp really has a whole lot of work to do. A
lot of work to do by Jurgen Klopp right now. Liverpool not getting right against Brighton especially. Now, just earlier you saw the result of the FA Cup. Let's look at it again, where Manchester United did well 3-1 against Reading. Tottenham Hotspur also defeated Preston North and 3-0 there. Southampton 2-1 against Blackpool. You have Sheffield, who actually play over the weekend, not on Wednesday. 1-1 against Fleetwood Town. Burnley against Ipswich ended 0-0. Fulham 1-1 against Sunderland. You have Birmingham, Blackburn 2-2. Leicester here to the rescue 1-0 against Warsaw. And you have Accrington Stanley. Accrington Stanley lost out that game against Leeds United 3-1. At Manchester United, at least that should be a point of interest.
No, also forget that on Friday night, Manchester City also peep Arsenal.
Yeah, of course.
You send them back.
Don't bring Arsenal in. Let's talk about your own.
No, send Parky from FA Cup this season. So I think
you are trying to bring Arsenal in now.
No, not really. The result is not.
What about Liverpool?
Yeah, Liverpool is gone. So I think now United will keep going. United keep going in Cups competition. So I think the prospect of them winning one or two trophies this season is still very, very bright. So I think a very good performance against Reading, good performance, 2 goals.
I was actually thinking Reading would be able to at least shock them.
I know that was going to be very difficult, considering the fact that we are actually playing well right now, despite the fixtures congestion that we are facing in the season. I think we've been doing so well, been consistent since Erik Ten Hag came, and I think if more investment can come in for United, I think the sky is going to be the limit.
Despite the fact that you still want us to talk about Arsenal losing against Man City, well, I think, well, one way or the other, it could be a blessing in disguise. You know, they are out now. They'll be able to get more focus on EPL.
Yeah, and that is even more risky because for them to focus solely on EPL, they may end up losing everything. But I hope that they win. Actually, I want them to win.
Yeah, wishing them
because they lost against one of their bitter rivals.
They may end up losing everything.
Manchester City.
What kind of thoughts are you making?
No. I'm not saying they will not lose everything.
Them well at all.
I'm wishing them well. I want them to win the league. But again, the competition, you have to fight for it. Nobody's going to give it to you on the plaza. They've done so well so far.
You mentioned
they've done so well so far. Yes.
Uh-huh.
They've done so well so far. And don't forget that they have an outstanding game against Manchester City. They also have another game against. They have 2 games against Man City in EPL. This is they are yet to play this season. So I think it's going to be a very tough one for them this season.
Well, hopefully Arsenal will bounce back. Talking about matches play over the weekend, the FA Cup there. Liverpool are also out. For Man United, Man City, they are still over there in the FA Cup performing wonders there. Giving you update concerning all these events that actually unfolded over the weekend. We want to appreciate you for staying glued to Watch 360 Sport on Trust TV. Yusuf Akogu, thank you very much.
Always a pleasure.
I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.